bitch ass nigga. Real ass bitch, ass bitch, ass bitch, ass bitch, ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Real ass bitch, ass bitch, ass bitch, ass bitch, ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Real ass bitch, ass bitch, ass bitch, ass bitch, ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Real ass bitch, ass bitch, ass bitch, ass bitch, ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga. Give a fuck, fuck, give a fuck, fuck, give a fuck, fuck, give a fuck about a nigga. Give a fuck, fuck, give a fuck, fuck, give a fuck, fuck, give a fuck about a nigga.
Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching me. If you're new here, thank you for finally joining my family. Hope you find a video in my little corner of videos or two that you like. You know, I have plenty of videos, so I don't really understand why you wouldn't find a video that you like. You know, it's just, I got what you need. You get what I'm saying? If you're not new here, thank you for tuning in and watching with me. You know, your girl got you with another fun video, we back. And that's just the end of it. We're back. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys subscribe, share, turn my post notification bell on, all the wonderful things that you guys do. It's literally a battle for me to not talk with my hands. It's very I'm like putting them in between my legs. Like, it's really, I don't know why all of a sudden, like, every time I get on camera, I do a whole bunch of this, like I'm Vanna White or something. I don't know. But as you guys are just gonna have to deal with it. We're going to work on it. But as you guys can see by the title, we're gonna be doing a little chit chat, little talking video, little girls talk. You know, we're gonna talk about finding ourselves after kids. Not even like necessarily finding ourselves after kids. You don't always have to have kids to lose yourself, if that makes sense. So we're just gonna talk about becoming that girl. And I'm gonna help you become that girl. I'm gonna help you to the best of my ability. I have just recently, like as of 2022 started, I have tapped into what I have been referring to it as is like I'm stepping into my true Leo self. Like, I'm the main character in this movie. Everything's about me, blase. You know, for a while I would just play the back. I would be very humble, but now I feel like I'm Beyonce. Everybody else is Kelly, Michelle, and all of the others. Okay, yeah. So that's just the vibe I've been giving off lately. So we're gonna talk about how long it took me, how I did it, you know, really pushing myself. So before we get into today's video, make sure you guys subscribe, share, turn my post notification bell on, like, comment, share all the wonderful things you guys do so we can keep growing, so I can keep pushing content. Make sure you guys are not skipping any ads. For real. Because your girl doesn't get paid if you skip ads, understand? So make sure you're not skipping any ads. I'm gonna start saying that a lot now. Make sure you're not skipping any ads. So let's just jump right into it. I'm going to obviously refer to myself because I can't speak for anybody else. So like I said, you know, I feel like I'm just now getting back to myself. I'm like getting dressed every day. I'm posting more, I'm taking more pictures and stuff like that. Even though, hear me, this is really important. Even though I still am not completely comfortable with my body. My son is 4 years old and my daughter will be 3 next month. So it's like, you know, I've been a mom for 4 years. It sounds crazy to say I've been a mom for 4 years, wow. But, you know, even though he's 4, she's 3, basically, I still haven't like come to terms with my body. I mean, now more than ever, I'm like, oh my God, like I love this body. This is who I am. Like my second pregnancy, the butt just whoo, So, you know, it has its pros and its cons. I do have this little stubborn belly fat I cannot get rid of, but it's like everything balances out, and you know, you got to take the good with the bad kind of thing. So that's kind of what I've been learning to do when it comes to my body. So it's like, even though, you know, I'm not too happy with my body, you know, I'm still getting up, taking pictures on Instagram, still posting on Instagram. I have like 2 or 3 shapewears, you know. It's all about, I know how to pose, you know, where I'm hiding my stomachs. Oh, yes, honey. Oh, what? My curvy girls. If y'all want a video on how to really hit them listen, I was in here one day just like practicing like put my arms this way. Honey, I got you. If you want that, let me know in the comments. But so it's like now I feel like more than ever I kind of like snatched my life back a little bit. I was getting too consumed and I'm just a mom. I'm not a girlfriend. I'm not nothing of that nature right now due to my own reasons. But I kind of had to like wake up on myself. You get what I'm saying? Like, yeah, people are gonna sleep on you all the time, absolutely. But you, honey, you can't sleep on yourself. Wake up. It's time. It's time. It's time. And don't get me wrong. Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything is easier said than done. But it's like, it all starts with you really wanting it. How bad do you want to, change the narrative? You feel like you have a sad life. How bad do you want to, like, turn your life around? Being happy every day. Things like that. Like, how bad do you want to do it? First, I feel like that's the first step into changing things around. You have to want it. And of course you're gonna have some days where it's like, oh, I want to get up to do this. Like today, for example. I did not want to do this video, but I now have a schedule set in place. I realized I was a very unorganized person. I had all the tools and needs and just everything I needed to orchestrate my plans, but I'm a very unorganized person and I like to do things on the fly. So I didn't want to do this video today because I'm like, oh, I've been recording so much, I've been editing so much, I've been putting out so much content, I need a break. No, it's not time for a break. It's not time for a break. So of course there's gonna be days where you have things you absolutely want to do. You're gonna have your days where there's things you don't want to do. But back to the things you want to do, you probably want to do them, but you feel as though you don't know how to navigate or how to go about getting it done. Just want to tell you. The best thing you could do, write down what you want to get done. I feel like once you start writing things down, you're putting it out there. You're, putting it to, I'm not one of those people who get all, astrology and stuff like that. But you put things into the atmosphere. You're writing it down. You're putting it into, the universe. You're putting it into the universe, things like that. Like, you're putting it out there. So, once you put it out there, all you gotta do is, you gotta do the groundwork. All you gotta do is orchestrate what you want to get done. So for me, what I started doing, I start writing like things I want to get done for the day off. And one, if nothing else, it's motivation. Like, oh, I have this list of things. I want to go through this list and check things off. I feel like I had a productive day. If I don't do it, I don't feel like I had, like a productive day or whatever. So I definitely recommend, like, you have things you want to get done. You don't know necessarily how or when, or you don't have like a time frame, or you just feel unorganized, like myself. Write it down. If you're feeling a little unorganized with your YouTube, I definitely recommend batch content. That is what I do. I'm off one day out of the week. Yes, like I have resorted back to working 4 days a week instead of 5 because one, more importantly, I'm just sick of working. Two, it's like I have bigger things that I want to accomplish, bigger things that I'm working on. So it's like working 5 days a week, it was impossible. That's when I was going, the 14 days or whatever without posting. Now I kind of took the good with the bad and I'm able to do more. You get what I'm saying? So it's just that kind of thing. Prioritizing, you have to, I use this term a lot when people are trying to play with me more than so. You have to treat life like a game of chess, not checkers. And I don't know if anybody doesn't know what that means, but it's pretty self-explanatory. Checkers, is the quicker game. Checkers, what, you can play checkers in like 20 minutes maybe? I don't know, I don't play either or. Checkers is the quicker game. Chess is the longer game, the more strategic game. You use, like, you know, you use your brain for chess. It challenges you. You have to treat life like a game of chess, not checkers. I mean, life is a game of chess, not checkers. You got to think about longevity. You have to think about, you know, maybe not today per se, but in 2 years, you know, it'll be different. So let me put in this groundwork, you know, the groundwork. Let me put in this groundwork and stuff like that, and you know, it'll come to pass. So it's like, even if you just start, you know, writing stuff down, planning stuff in your head, just like forcing yourself to do things. So that's another thing, you know. I'm like, pictures. Nah, I'm lying. Like, that's one thing about me. I love to take some pictures. So that I cannot attest to me never wanting to get up and take pictures. I mean, I will say, like, my makeup and stuff like that, I don't always want to do my makeup. But again, you navigate. If you feel as though, because like, I have a lot of dark spots, so sometimes I don't always want to post picture. Really, if I was really pressed to like hide my dark spots or something, I would just like go rub a little bit of foundation on my face. It's all about, this is what it's all about. If nothing you guys take away from this video, this is really what it's all about. Finding a solution to anything you have going on. Finding a solution, like putting yourself first. You're like, you feel as though what you want is not tangible at the moment. What you want is just out of your reach. No, you're going to find a solution. You're going to find a way to come up with, how can I get what I want? Or how can I become that girl? How can I become, you know, how can I do it? And by doing that, you sit at home. If you need to order a bunch of clothes off Shein, you do that. You plan out your outfits. Write it down. Oh, this day I'm gonna do this. Oh, this day I'm gonna do that. You know, those are all serious things I recommend because I've seen them work for me. You know, I started writing things down that I want to get done throughout the day, and it feels so good when I'm just like checking stuff off the list. You know, I did it. And really getting up, sometimes I just want to sit on my couch and watch episodes of The Real Housewives of Atlanta all day, every day, and not do anything. But it's like, no, because they rich. Oh, honey, they're rich. They're rich already. So now I need to get up and do what I have to do. Put in that groundwork, as I said before. Put in that groundwork so that I can chill later. I can chill later. It's all about prioritizing. It's all about putting yourself first. And again, I'm not going to say if nothing else. Another thing I would definitely recommend, you know, like tapping into your real it girl self. You got to cut. Some people got to go. Honey, everybody can't go. Everybody cannot go. And trust me when I tell you, I would say before the new year, let's just say from now, today is February 9th, I think. Today is February 9th, 2020. Let's say to now from, let's say February of 2021, I have cut so many people off. Oh, honey, I have cut so many people off. Not so many people because I don't associate myself. I'm not one of those girls who just associate myself with a lot of people regardless. But I have definitely cut a lot of people off. Like, I don't know if you guys watched my video before. I separated my liabilities from my assets. So all the liabilities, they have been cut off my insurance policy. Absolutely. So you just realize that, you know, certain people are kind of just like, they're doing more harm than good to you. And it's just like, if you're serious about wanting to go somewhere in life, if you're serious about wanting to elevate and want better for yourself, people can't go. Oh, honey, people can't go. It's gonna, it'll suck, believe me, but everybody can't go with you. And I feel like I'm okay with that because per se because I'm one of the most humble people I know, but I feel as though nobody adds much to my life. I'm always the person who does the adding, and then it's just like nobody really does anything for me where it's like, oh, I need to kind of keep them around for X, Y, and Z. No, honey, everybody can go. Trust me when I tell you. I feel as though I'm the person who comes into people's life to, you know, make it better, help them. And, you know, I don't like to big up myself. Like, I don't like to do that at all. I don't know why, but I just feel like, honestly, like, that's what it is. From sitting back and observing my friendships, that's absolutely what it is. Like, I need to hold on to anybody because it's like, honey, you can go. You are, like, you're already not doing anything for me. So, like, yeah, you can go. So I definitely recommend, you know, cutting off those liabilities. Why would you want people around who you can't, like, you get in a situation you can't call them, they can't help you in no way. You can't just, honestly, what are they there for? What are they there for? That's just keeping it, you know, that's just keeping it right out and straight with, like, what are they here for? So I definitely recommend that. You know, start choosing yourself first. Start treating yourself more. I never, like, really buy myself because I just feel like, oh, you know, it's always something that's gonna need to get done, or for the kids and stuff like that. You have to make yourself a priority. Number one, like, if nobody else is gonna make you a priority. Nobody else is gonna make you a priority. So you have to make yourself a priority yourself. If you don't make yourself a priority, you'll get lost in thinking that other people are supposed to make you a priority. And it's like 9 times out of 10, they're not even a priority to themselves. You get what I'm saying? Don't take it personal. I mean, you could take it personal. I have learned to control my emotions, so I don't take anything personal. It's like, I don't get it, but maybe it's not for me to get. Life is all about perspective. So you did something based off your point of view, so I have no choice but to understand it. Understand it, yes. Put up with it, that's up to me. I can decide whether this is something, like, I want to get over and continuously talk to you, or I get to decide, oh, this is something I no longer want to communicate with you off of. So that right there is making yourself a priority. Yes, always control your emotions, but if you feel as though something is just not how it's supposed to be, snip, and that's definitely going to, that gives you a little control. You're empowered. Like, nobody's gonna just, like, come in your life and think they're gonna ruin your world, things like that. Yeah, I recommend, like, all of that stuff. You know, reclaim your time, like, take your life back. If you're a mother, it's so easy to get lost in, oh, just being a mom. You know, for, like I said, my son is 4 years old. I feel like now I'm just like, I'm a mom. Yes, absolutely. A great one too. But this is not my end all be all. I'm a bad bitch. I'm really that. And it's just like, I had to, like, stop sleeping on myself. Like I told you, people, oh, they're always gonna sleep on you. But you cannot sleep on yourself. You cannot sleep on yourself. It's time to wake up, sis, because we're tapping into our bad bitch selves. And I don't want you to miss the train. But I feel like now I'm just starting to babble, and I don't want to do that. So I hope you guys got something from this video. I'm not the best at, like, chit chats. I think this is my first ever chit chat, talk with me, advice video ever. But let me know if you guys want to see more. Let me know in the comments what you guys take away from this video. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, share, turn my post notification bell on. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in a few days for another video.
Real ass bitch,